As you can see, what you will need is a pot of water, and you'll need to bring it to a boil, and then you'll need a bar of Zote soap. Also, you will need some laundry booster and some borax. All right, so as we are waiting for our water to boil here, get nice and hot at least, we have put in measuring cups, 1/4 of borax and 1 full cup of laundry booster, superwashing arm and hammer. Okay, so we are putting in our last pot of hot water to fill it to the top, and we'll give it another good stir. This is part 2 of how to make homemade laundry soap. You're gonna need a funnel, which I just made mine out of this vinegar bottle. It has a big mouth on it, so I thought that might be easier. I have an empty soap container that I'm going to funnel the soap into with this as well. I've got my stirrer, and then I've got my soap. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna stir this up really nice before we start to funnel it into the recycled laundry soap container. As you can tell, it has gotten thick, so you're gonna have to stir it for a while before you can actually funnel it into the recycled soap container. So as you can see, we have gotten it more liquefied. I did end up using my hand for most of it to kind of just squeeze it, which will make it easier to get it into the recycled laundry container, laundry soap container. The more you want to refill your laundry soap container, every time you will have to stir the soap. You can even add some hot water to make it more easier to stir it and mix it together, and that's not going to ruin your soap solution. Now that we've got our soap all mixed up again, and it's not very clumpy, there is still some clumps, but that's okay. I've got my funnel ready. I'm going to use the spoon to make it easier for it to go through the funnel into the soap container. I also removed the little soap spout that was on the reusable soap container as well, just to kind of make it a little bit easier and to speed up the process of getting it into the container as well. So right now I am just using a Tupperware to fill up the container, just to make it a little bit less messy. So now that I have my funnel all filled up, I did leave it plugged right here. So I'm gonna put this over the spout and then let it all flow down. Hopefully it works out and it doesn't get too messy. I'm going to release and get it into the soap container. All right, well that kind of worked. As you can see, I did get a little bit of a mess on the floor, but that's fine, it's just soap. So now I'm going to attempt to just leave this hanging over the soap container, and I'm going to use the Tupperware up here to fill the soap into the funnel. Oops. So I did end up getting it like a little puddle on the floor, which is totally fine. And I did have to pour a little bit more of the soap back into the bucket. But I just used the funnel, which I didn't show you. I just used the funnel and dumped it in there and then put it back in the bucket. I'm going to get this cleaned up real quick. Okay, so that is it for how to get it put into a recycled soap container. Now I'm just going to take you through what I usually do and how I use this soap to do a little laundry. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your recycled soap container, which I have put the spout back in, and you just pour it into the cap. And this is one reason why I love these recyclable soap containers also, is because you have the amount that you need to put in to your washer. I do have a high efficient washer, so it does work for those as well. So you just put it in where the soap goes. I kind of let the soap cap sit in there as well. That way all the soap can come off of the cap as much as possible so I don't get it everywhere. Just kind of tap, 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 tap. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut this and close the washer. All right, so I'm gonna go to quick wash. I'm gonna go to tap cold, and this is a large wash, and I always do an extra rinse no matter what kind of soap I'm using because I have really sensitive skin, so I wanna make sure all that soap comes out. Also, if you have sensitive skin, this soap that we just made is not going to affect your skin whatsoever, which is why I love it so much. All right, there it goes. It is going to wash the blanket. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.